hopes of a division title in peril right now, 3rd and 6.
They sat back in zone last couple of times and got beat by Lynch.
Lynch on the run, takes it and gets enough for the first down. What a burst of speed by the lanky quarterback. He picks up 9. Nothing new for him.
Same thing. They get in that zone. It looked like they were man coverage there, but Lynch has gotten them every single time. The guy that we were looking at on the other side of the football, Greg Ward, we were looking at the wrong guy. Who's been the most effective moving the football on the ground tonight has been Lynch, the 6'7" guy who's pocket pass.
12 rushes for 38 yards. And he moves the chains again on 3rd down. Tried to send his receiver downfield. Alan Cross couldn't get there, and maybe that flag tells you why. Flag down at the 18-yard line. Looked like Cross tried to cut up field, but the defender impeded his progress.
There's no foul for defensive pass interference. The ball was ruled to be uncatchable. 2nd down.
There's your explanation.
Cross looked unhappy with his quarterback there. I don't know if you noticed that, because he was wide open in the flats, and Lynch almost said, I don't want to throw you the football. Yeah. And he let him know it at the end of that play, but you got to be careful, because you don't want to upset those quarterbacks. They won't ever throw you the football if you do that.
Houston defense, which leads the nation in takeaways, has yet to create one tonight. Here they come with a blitz. Lynch gets the ball out in time and drops a dime at the 24-yard line to Frazier.
And that's what's so beautiful about having a 6'7" quarterback who can wing it out there on a dime.
And that's going to be the end, maybe the last play of this 3rd quarter, as Paxton Lynch has been a picture of precision, a portrait of perfection when it's counted most here tonight. 227 yards passing. Houston trying to mount a rally, but Memphis has had all the answers to counter. 4th quarter coming up. Welcome back and a look at our game summary. Paxton Lynch on his way to another 300-yard game passing. He's got 8 consecutive. But look at that bottom note there. Houston, which leads the nation in takeaways with none tonight. Meanwhile, Ward on the sidelines, injured late in the 2nd quarter, has not been in the game since. Now Postma has taken over. Taking him in the end zone a couple of times too. On 3rd and 3. Wide open, Jones will get to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Hey, good shit, Taylor. Good shit. That's how you do that shit. Come on, Taylor.
The Beale Street Bullies rolling through Houston and taking over the papers, the lease, everything here on TD ECU Stadium. 33-14, and what a way to start the final quarter. With the extra point. And if you thought that after 15 straight wins and then that loss last week against Navy, that would have been it for the Tigers, no way.
Well, they get in that spread full look, which is almost like a short yardage grouping for a spread offense, and run the triple option to perfection for the score. And Houston just unable to stop that run from play 1 of the night.
Tevin Jones with his first rushing touchdown of the season, the 2nd of his career. And once again taking the air out of Houston, albeit maybe temporarily. Tevin Jones, one of several Memphis receivers who were former walk-ons, 5 of them in all. Big part of the rebuilding job that Justin Fuente has done since, of course, putting Jones and others on scholarship. But their numbers were down when Fuentes took over on December the 8th. Fuente went 4-8 3-9, then 10-3 last year. And let's take a look at tonight's hard-working player, brought to you by Duluth. Paxton Lynch has pulled out all his tools in the toolbox tonight.
He has just been effective at everything that he's wanted to do. This offense has been very balanced. They've done what they wanted at will against Houston. Houston has not had an answer all night, and the credit goes to him, as we talked about in the opening of this broadcast, that offense succeeds because of his talent and him alone.
Well, Coach Fuente told us that as heralded as he is now, #1 on Todd McShay's board for quarterbacks, he still plays like he has a chip on his shoulder. Here's Postma, his counterpart. Incomplete. At the 45-yard line, tried to find DeMarcus Ayers. But he was not a 5-star or 4-star recruit. He was overlooked. And he's playing with so much motivation right now.
And you have to have that. You have to have fuel for your fire to motivate you to get out of bed every day to try to be your best.
2nd and 10. Backfield complete to Webb. Webb will pick up the first down. You can't overstate how important this drive is for the Cougars. Trying to pull out the win here and remain undefeated. 9-0 coming into the ball game, but Coach Herman's starting quarterback getting hurt wasn't part of the script here. Greg Ward on the sidelines. Postma complete to Bonner. Remember, a potential berth in a New Year's 6 bowl at stake tonight. Houston and Memphis at 5-0 and 4-1 respectively. Navy winning earlier today against SMU, but still a lot of interesting football to play in a backloaded schedule in the American Conference. Houston has to play Navy still. Memphis takes on UConn. Postma downfield. Caught by Ayers at the 17. In traffic, too.
That was one of those footballs when he put it up. I was going, what is he doing? Because it looked like he had no concept of where he was trying to put that football. He had 4 verticals down the middle of the field, but he threw it right between his 2 receivers.
40-yard gain by Ayers. Receivers out to the right. Postma hits Ayers on the little bubble screen. And he's tripped up just shy of the 10-yard line. You saw Ayers out there, Brian, kind of align his fellow receivers, it seemed like, before the play. It looked like they had a little issue.
Directing traffic out there. But getting him in space is key. They need to find better ways to do that. They've been a little bit lulled at that lately, earlier in this ballgame.
6-yard gain. Farrell puts his hat down and muscles his way into the score. Farrell with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And it's a 2-score deficit, with plenty of time to go still for Houston. Well, we had an inkling that things might ultimately and eventually heat up on the offensive side of the ball. We've already had a couple of touchdowns. We haven't even played 4 minutes here in the 4th quarter. Again, Andy Dalton leads the undefeated 8-0 Bengals against the Texans. Coverage begins with Monday Night Countdown at 6 on ESPN, also streaming live on Watch ESPN. The Bengals off to an 8-0 start, franchise best. Previous best was 6-0 back in 1975 and 1988. So I'm thinking 75. That's like It's like Ken Anderson days, right?
I think that's about right. I was about 8, 9, or 10 years old. That's right.
1988, that would have been like Icky Woods, maybe. Doing the Icky Shuffle. Here's Oglesby on the return. And Oglesby stopped at the 23-yard line. Back to Chris in the studio. Back at the 23-yard line now. 1st and 10 for Paxton Lynch. And the time of possession, which sometimes is a big determinant, sometimes isn't. What do you make of those numbers?
That's how you do it. As I said, it's like what happened to them last week versus Navy, and they've turned the tides on their opponent against Houston tonight of controlling the football.
Running on 1st down, Thurman stopped up Dorsey as Quint.
Mark, Memphis has done a terrific job tonight identifying the blitz, moving the pocket, and avoiding this, highly aggressive Houston defense. Only 1 sack tonight, and Lynch has done a great job of scrambling on 3rd down as well.
You talk about him scrambling. Coaches really marvel at how at 6'8", Fuente says he's so natural under center or running the football. They put it on the ground, and Houston may have recovered. There's the takeaway they've been waiting for.
Long overdue from this defense, but very, very timely.
That appeared to be a bad toss as Nick Thurman recovers the loose ball. They're the best in the country in turnover margin, and that's part of the reason why.
There's nothing about the defense. First down.
First turnover of the night, and actually the pitch was good, the catch wasn't.
Just took his eyes off the football for an instant, and the next thing you know, this ball game is swinging, especially if Houston can come out and continue what they've been doing. And credit Kyle Postma, the quarterback, who has done a very, very good job of sitting in the pocket, being comfortable, making throws, and directing this offense that Greg Ward could not do in the 1st half.
1st and 10. Postma's going to take a shot here. Ayers on the jet sweep, nowhere to go, stuffed and losing a few yards. Back at the 22-yard line, Christian Johnson. Loss of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 12, but the Cougars working with a short field here. Under 12 minutes to go. Trying to avoid their first setback of the season. Playing without their starting quarterback, Greg Ward, out with a leg injury. Postma gives it to Farrell. It'll be 3rd down and a long 9 as Leonard Pegues makes the stop. Ward hurt near the